Well, Heidi, and welcome into the Brownwood Lions Coaches Show. We're all gathered here on a great-looking Wednesday, cloudy, kind of rainy. That's head coach Sammy Burnett right there to my right. How are you, sir?
I'm great, Carl.
Awesome. And we have a special guest with us. We're going to introduce here in just a little bit our Triple T Player of the Week. So Chance Jones will visit with him in just a little bit. Welcome, Chance, by the way.
Thank you.
How do you look on camera? You think you look okay?
Trying to figure out which one to look at.
Look at the one you can't see yourself on, that camera right there. Oh, man. Well, it is Wednesday. We're getting ready.
Wet Wednesday.
Yes, sir. I don't think the players mind a little rain.
Don't mind. It just gets sloppy and you ruin balls and you don't get it. You're not as efficient as you want to be. Try to get our passing game, defense, and offensive stuff done during the period before the rain hits so that after school we could get in the green room and work on run hole for offense and defense. So it works out pretty good. Now we're just going to be in the rain till about, mid-Thursday?
Yeah,
something like that.
That's about right. Well, the rain makes me sleepy. Good, sorry about that. I didn't mean to yawn just now.
It's great. Am I that boring? It's gray skies out, and then it's dark and gloomy, and then it starts raining, and then you make it get a little cooler out here. Maybe by Friday kickoff, it could be around 60-something. So
maybe down into the 50s by the middle of the game. Of course, we've got La Vega coming to town this Friday. They're, like us, 0-1 in district, so this is turning out to be a pretty big ball game for both teams, Coach.
That's sort of weird to hear. La Vega's 0-1 in district. Yes, it's a big ball game for us. Gives us the opportunity to get in a position to be second, third, fourth, right in there. A win would almost solidify that we're in the playoffs. So, and it wouldn't be any bigger game for us to beat La Vega. They've been real strong the past 4 years, 3-4 years, and they're still strong. But we think that we have the ability to play with them. They used to be in an even front. They had those big guys up front, 35 and 99 and 97, and they were just really, really good. Had two real good linebackers. This year they've gone to more of an odd front, 3-3 stack, 3-2, playing more man-free coverage than they have in the past. And I think they're doing that because the skill set for them is they have a lot of speedy linebacker-type kids and not as many guys that can put their hand in the dirt or that they want to put their hand in the dirt. And they're playing with a three-man front. We're going to prepare for a four-man front in case they do come out in it. But, they're just a different ball club right now defensively. Offensively, they're still going to do what they do. They run the zone and they run the counter, and they're going to run it to death. They'll take 3 and 4 yards of pop, and then they'll bust one for 60 or 70. And, our MO is what we talked about before is we're going to try to, get them in fourth down situations, make them punt the football, third and long. Get off the field. Can't give them the big play. Last week we played Heritage and we played really good defense and got in several situations where we're trying to get off the field and boom, they bust a big play. 5 big plays over 30 yards was the difference in the ball game. I think if you make them drive the field and get them in situations where they go for it on fourth down, we stopped 2 of those opportunities that they had against Heritage, and then we get La Vega in the same situation. We can stop on fourth down or force them to punt. Gives us opportunity. With the 3-man surface, I think we're going to be able to run the football. Conlon had 140-something yards last year against a really stout defense. Yeah. Their defense is good. If you're comparing them to last year, it's just a different style of defense. They fly around, they're fast. They're not, and they're physical, but the guys that they had up front last year were really physical. So I think if we can get to those linebackers and get to the secondary, we can, get some 5-6 yard chunks and keep the chains moving and have an opportunity to control the clock, keep it out of their hands, and put some points on the board and have a chance to win it late.
Yeah, watching them a little bit on film, they've got a little freshman running back that's pretty quick. Not a big kid at all, but he's a little jitterbug, and if he gets in the open space, he's got some.
Yeah, that's Bryson Rowland, number 26, and he isn't big, but he's quick as a cat, and he can go right to left, and he can accelerate really good, especially for a freshman. And then what's crazy is the other freshman is Ethan Thompson. He's their right tackle, and he is big.
Yeah.
Number 72, big old kid. And when I started looking at the roster, I realized that kid is a freshman. He's a big freshman. So I couldn't imagine seeing those kids as an 8th grader playing on an 8th grade team, seeing those 2 guys. But they're really good.
I got a little scouting report. Stephenville played them last week from their radio guy. He's about 290. He's a big kid for a freshman.
Big old freshman. He's not a little one. He's a big one.
Man, that's amazing, the size of some of these kids that we have seen the past couple of weeks. Heritage and Wiley and some of those others.
Mm-hmm.
Mercy.
And they're going to be big up front, too. I mean, they start basically all seniors except for about 5, and the majority of their juniors are on the offensive line and are freshmen. But like I said, across the board, they're big up front. I mean, they don't have number 66 and 68, the Brown brothers that were twins last year that were 6'7", but they're big. They're still big up front. They do some good things, and like I said, they're going to run the zone. They're going to run the zone. They're going to run the zone, and they're going to bend it back in there and bounce it and bang it and get their yard or two, and then they're going to expect to bust it. And they'll do it on 3rd down and 8, and they don't care because they know they have the potential to take it a long ways every time. I think their quarterbacks are good. I think Robert Prescott is going to be the one that starts. He's number 12. They've started several quarterbacks. He's good managing the offense. He throws the ball okay, but he's not the Rawls kid that they've had in the past that can really sling it. So I don't think they're as great in the passing department as they have been. I didn't say they couldn't do it because they can. They're just not as efficient as they've been in the past. They have some kids that can go get it. Jesse Major Sterling, he's number 0. I know he was hurt in the Stephenville game, so he was out, I think, the first quarter. Don't know what his status is, but if he's back, he's a shutdown corner, does a really good job at corner, and also plays receiver for him. So I think he's probably the leader of that group. Very athletic young man.
You talked about the Harvey Rawls kid. He's their offensive coordinator now, just out of college, your first year coaching, and he's their OC, I noticed.
Yeah, that's his daddy.
What?
That's his dad.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
Because I didn't think he'd been out of school that long.
He graduated last year.
Okay.
Well, his dad, you know what's ironic about that is the kid that played quarterback, I don't know if you remember, we'll flash back. The kid that played quarterback 2 years ago for them was a movie, and his dad was hired. His dad coached the safeties.
Okay. And Rawls was moved to safety.
And they moved Rawls to safeties. Well, Rawls, his father, is the offensive coordinator, and he coaches quarterbacks. So the guy that moved in coached the Rawls kid at safety, and the Rawls father coached the coach that came in's kid at quarterback.
Gotcha.
There could have been a lot of bitterness there, and there was not. I talked to Coach Hyde, and he said not one time did we have any issues with dads or kids or whatever. They played the position we asked them to play and did a good job of it, and that's really uncommon. And, of course, Rawls came back last year and was a quarterback.
Yeah, he was a quarterback sophomore and senior years, and the other kid is Rawls junior year. Played safety. All right, good stuff. Well, Coach Hyde does a great job, I think.
He does an outstanding job.
Yeah, sure does. All right. So how about the health of our team? How's everybody doing?
We're doing okay. Let's see. Going down the line, Braden Dobb will be out. He has a concussion. We took him to the hospital Friday night and got him had some observation done on him. He's going to be okay, but he's still suffering from some serious concussion symptoms. Owen Hunt Singer's out probably with a hyperextended knee. Still can't straighten his knee out. He's going to get an MRI, I guess, this afternoon at some point or tomorrow to see what else, if there's something else going on with that. Alex Reyna still hadn't practiced with a high ankle sprain. I mean, he's a tough kid, and if there's any way possible that he can go, he will, but I just don't know that he's going to be able to go. Noah Barron is still out. Of course, he's out for the season. Am I missing anybody chance?
I guess Case is still out.
Case is back.
Case is back.
Case is back this week.
He's back? Good.
Case Mark going to be back.
Awesome.
So, 1, 2, did I miss anybody?
I don't think so.
Okay.
But that's 3 pretty good, 3 starters for us that are going to be out. So, next man up, we're going to fill in. Thad Hines was messing around yesterday and slipped and fell and hit his leg on a piece of metal and gassed his shin pretty bad.
Ouch.
So, I was sort of getting mad at him during special teams meetings because he kept looking at his shin, and I thought he pulled a scab off or something, then found out what he did, and I looked at it. I'm like, goodness, he could use 6 or 7 stitches.
Ow.
So we were a little banged up, but it is what it is. We're going to get ready to go, and we're excited about the opportunity. I mean, we really are. I mean, if we can play the way we played Friday night, play as a team and play with passion and go out there and execute, and like I said, cut down the mistakes on offense that is putting us behind the chains, stop them from making the big play. I think they're going to make 1 or 2, but 1 or 2 is okay. We can't give them 5 or 6 big plays. If we can do that, we're going to have a chance to be in the ball game late. And the closer we are in the ball game late, the more belief you have as a young person. You see that, you see the results, you have more belief. You're going to play harder and just give yourself that opportunity to be successful. Really working on the special team stuff. We had a couple of blocks last week and a miss. That kid that was coming off the edge was really good, but that block comes really from a slow snap. We had another holder took just a little bit longer to get it on the tee, and then our kicker was starting on late, so we're trying to get that down below a 1.3. Usually if you get it below 1.3, it's hard to block, so we're really working on that to try to get that fixed. And then I think our special teams did pretty well last Friday, and we'll just continue to grow off that and play solid field position and give ourselves a chance to be successful.
Absolutely, and tickets for that game go on sale beginning today, Wednesday, from Lisa.
Yep, they're over today. You can get them from 8 to 12 and 1 to 4 tomorrow. And then, of course, Friday, 8 to 12, and she's got to shut it down so she can get out to the stadium, get everything set up for the game. So tickets went turned off today at 4, but tomorrow, 8 to 12, 1 to 4, and then Friday, 8 to 12.
Very good. Get those tickets. All right, La Vega, 7:30 Friday night at Gordonwood Stadium. What else do we have, Coach?
Just wanted to announce our tennis team went to Cleburne and played Peaster. They weren't successful in their matches. They dropped those 13-2. Because basically, I was really proud of the kids. I think they had a strong fall season, in team tennis, and I look forward to them picking up their spring season where they have their individuals and things like that in their, what do they call it, mixed stuff, which is really neat to watch. So congratulations to Coach Blasey and Coach Dalton for what they did, and Hutchins and the way they got the program going. And volleyball dropped their match to Steenville, so it looks like Steenville's going to be set number 1 right now, and there's a 3-way tie for 2, so we'll sip that out and see what happens. But press on, Coach Smith and the Lady Volleyball program, and continue to strive for success and have yourself an opportunity to get to the playoffs and have some success there.
All right.
Of course, tomorrow we have district cross country. Still working on that. Was talking to ADs today. It looks like we're going to back that up to around noon instead of 10. Chance of that rain shutting down about noon or even later, so that they can get that match in. There was thoughts of moving it to 8 o'clock Friday morning, and because we have some cross-country kids playing area tennis from other schools, they wanted to do. I'm like, we're really not in agreement to move it at 8 o'clock in the morning, because that puts our travel time to about 5 in the morning, and we're traveling probably the farthest of anybody, so I didn't really agree to that. Looks like what we're going to wind up doing is running at around noon or a little later tomorrow. So good luck to the cross-country boys and girls as they go to Gatesville and compete in the district cross-country meet. And, of course, Thursday we have our combined team again. Remember, there's a change in their schedule. They'll be headed to the Annex by Shotwell Stadium and playing at 5:30 against Abilene Cooper's JVB team. And then our Maroon team and our JV will travel to La Vega. Those games will start at 5 o'clock with the the freshman Maroon, and then the JV will start around 6:30 or thereafter.
All right, and then more volleyball Friday.
Volleyball at Warren Gym against Gatesville. Those will start at 4:30, and then of course we'll kick it off at 7:30 at Gordonwood Stadium.
You bet. Is this your artwork right here?
I started a little artwork. I didn't.
You know what? This guy can draw. I've seen his drawings before.
Oh, not really. My brothers can draw. Hardy and Wesley can draw like crazy. I can draw a straight line. They can really draw.
Oh, wow.
I get that from my father. He was quite the artist.
Really? Mm-hmm. Okay, awesome. Well, let's introduce our Triple T Player of the Week right here.
Well, the ugly guy sitting to my right is our quarterback, number 6. Does a great job. Like I said last week, hurt his thumb, and just explain the character of the young man. Went over to him. Our trainer was checking him out, and the doctor was checking him out, and they didn't really know what was going on, and there was a lot of pain in there, pushing around. Every time they touched a certain spot, he would wail a little bit, and I just simply asked him, "Can you hand the ball off?" And his response to me was, "Coach, I'll do whatever we got to do. I'll do whatever I have to do." Just shows you the character of Chance. He's a grinder. He goes out there and fights. He faces a lot of adversity because of the position he plays. He's always in the spotlight. Everyone's always wanting to throw darts, or they're going to praise him when everything's good, and they're going to beat him up when things are down. But he always stays calm, level-headed. He's one of the hardest working kids in our program, and that's why he was elected a captain. I think the kids love him. He goes out there and he's consistent, does his job every day. But our Triple T Player of the Week for Week 7, Chance Jones.
All right, Chance, hey, welcome to KOXC. Welcome to our video right there.
Thank you.
Anybody you want to say hi to before we get going?
Nobody.
Nobody.
I think Bears had his girlfriend.
That's right. All right, girlfriend, huh? Mm-hmm. Okay, she's probably watching then, saying, "There's Chance."
I'm not going to show her anymore.
Oh, you're not?
No.
Oh, okay. Chance, of course, is a junior. and has had a really good year. Threw for 123 yards, I can't think, Friday night against
Two
a good
touchdowns.
2 touchdowns against the Heritage defense. Ran for 30-something yards.
Yeah, and a touchdown. We
That's right.
scored more points against Heritage than they've been scoring on all year.
We have.
Several more opportunities without penalties. And that all starts with your quarterback, and like I say, getting us in the right positions, making the right calls, making any checks that we had to make, like we put in at halftime. Him having to go out there and see fronts and making checks, and also getting us in the proper protection. But for us to score more points than anybody on Heritage was a pretty good thing.
Yeah, I think for the most part, the offensive line did a great job, but you had to scramble a few times, and I thought you did a great job last night, saving some time and scrambling out of what would have been some bad predicaments. So congratulations on a good game last week.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
What did you injure your thumb?
Yes, sir, I did. I'm not sure what I even did to it.
But you came back and
Came off the sideline one series, and it was couldn't move it at all.
But you came back in second half, had a good second half. I remember the throw to Jason on the run.
Yes, sir.
That was an amazing play. Can you kind of take us through that?
Well, I felt pressure from my left side, so I scrambled out to my right. There's nothing really there, and I broke that guy's tackle and scrambled back to the left, and I saw JJ one-on-one down there. So I set my feet and threw it up to him and let him make a play.
That's pretty exciting, I guess, when you look downfield and see JJ or Where to Doubt or anybody one-on-one.
Yes, sir.
I bet you start going, yes,
Yes, sir.
we can do this.
Yes, sir.
But that was a beautiful play, scrambling, and then a perfect throw on the run to Jason Jackson. Talk a little bit about your receivers. Jason's having a good year. Where to Doubt, Thad has contributed some. So talk about your receiving core.
Well, they make it way easier because they can all go up and make a play one-on-one, and they're really fast and tall and athletic, and they just make my job a lot easier.
And then having Conlon in the backfield, who's got close to 1,000. He may be over 1,000 now.
Yes, sir.
He's
I
having
think
a
he
great
is.
year.
Yes, sir. And the linemen make great holes for him, and he runs really hard, and it just opens more lanes for the passing game whenever we're running it good.
I'm glad you mentioned the offensive line. I think they've done a really yeoman's job this year.
Yes, sir.
So talk about La Vega, what you've seen on film, maybe what we can expose offensively against their defense.
Well, they aren't the team that they have been the past few years, and they're still really fast, but they don't put many people in the box, so we should be able to run it up the middle pretty good. That's what we've been doing all year, and then their corners are straight manned up, so our receivers should have a lot of abilities to go up and make one-on-one plays.
All right, I certainly hope that is the case coming up this Friday night. Let's talk a little bit about Chance Jones besides football. What are you at school? What are you involved in?
I got inducted into NJHS or NHS
Right.
last week, and
Awesome.
football, and then I run track.
Right, running track. So what kind of hobbies do you have when you're not at school? You've got a little free time. What do you like to do? Are you a gamer?
Hang out with friends and play Madden.
There
on the
you go.
Xbox.
All right. What about do you follow college or pro football? Who do you
Yes,
watch?
sir. UT and Cowboys.
Hey, there you go, right there. Spoken like a true Texan, unless you're an Aggie fan. How about the Aggies?
Yeah,
A UT fan. I'm a UT
Sorry,
fan.
to a UT fan, that's a sort of.
I'm an Aggie fan, UT fan. I'm a Longhorn
Any Texas fan.
I'm a Horned Frog fan.
Baylor
I'm
fan.
a Mustang fan. I'm a Baylor Bear fan. I'm a Red Raider fan. Any school in the state of Texas that's performing against someone else that's not in the state of Texas, I'm rooting for.
Hey, speaking of Texas Tech, one of their former gunslingers in the studio this morning. He's going to be leading our FCA tonight,
Yeah.
7 o'clock at the
Fields of
Coliseum.
Faith has moved to 7 o'clock at the Coliseum, and boy, you talk about a fabulous speaker that's got his
Sure.
priorities right, and football's a byproduct of who he is and what he's about, and he's a great Christian man, and what a great opportunity our kids have to listen to him, someone that they can look up to that was extremely athletic and has done about everything he wanted to do in athletics and gave it up to follow his passion, which he feels is his message from the Lord. Yeah. So great speaker, so it's going to be a good evening.
Yeah, he fired me up just being in here.
I'm telling you.
Man, he's great. So that'll be at 7 o'clock at the Coliseum. So, Chance, what else do you like to do? What's your perfect meal?
Perfect meal. Probably
Coach Burnett ribs.
Hey, I like
that's up there. Probably steak with like mac and cheese and mashed potatoes.
Hey, there you go. I love it, man.
Why would you ruin good steak and mashed potatoes with
Hey,
What do you say,
Mac
mac
and
we love mac and cheese. That goes with everything, right, Star?
Yeah, what's wrong with you, Coach?
No.
Come on, man.
How about some green beans or red beans?
Well, I love that,
fried
too.
okras.
Corn on the cob.
Corn on the
Corn
cob.
on
Corn
the
on the
cob. There you go. I love those little red potatoes too. Man, when you fry
The
them
circle
up.
ones?
New potatoes.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, those are new potatoes,
Oh,
y'all.
man. So tell us something about Chance we don't know. You got any odd collections or anything? Something strange? Deep dark secret, maybe?
Got sent to ISS at Ballinger, didn't he?
Okay,
Oh.
we won't talk about that. Well, Chance,
Off limits.
it's good to have you in the studio. I forgot you spent some time at Ballinger
Yeah.
and Plainview, and
Yes, sir.
absolutely. So it's good to see you and have you in the studio. Anything else you want to add about the game this week or anything else?
I'll add something about the game. I'll
Okay.
interrupt you. If you recall, 2 times he scrambled
Yeah.
in the fourth quarter and completed 2 balls on a scramble drill to Elias Huerta down,
That's
and
right.
also Colin Anderson to pick up first down. So
Yeah.
fighting and keeping play going and keeping his eyes down the field and keeping the ball moving is big.
Yeah, I remember the Conlon play. It was on the near sideline, I believe, and
So
hit him.
was Elias.
Man.
So was Huerta's.
Man, those guys have a knack to get open and run some routes. And
Yes, sir.
And you know, when someone's chasing you under duress and you're still keeping your eyes downfield and someone's running in your face to get ready to hit you and you still deliver a ball that picks up first down is a pretty big deal.
Well, I tell you, there's a couple of their kids, 27 and 94 and others.
he's
They were
big.
chasing you.
He's big.
But you did a great job.
It's a big thick
Thank you.
thing, wasn't it?
Hmm
Huh?
Number 5 was too.
Oh, number 5, yeah.
Now, 40
27 and 5.
Yeah,
27
44
was,
Yeah,
About
44
6'5".
from Vega. He's a small child.
is he? Yeah,
He's
right.
nose guard. He's about 6'4", probably weighs 320.
Oh, my
Yeah,
gosh.
he big lad.
All right. Well, task at hand, but Chance, again, thanks
We
for
got
being
Ethan
here.
Messina.
I know we do.
He's 5'4", 120
Block
pounds.
anybody.
He'll wear him out. He don't give a rip.
That's
I'm
right.
telling you.
Hey, going up against guys like that, because I did all through my career. I practiced against a 6'5", 250-pound nose guard, which in those days, that was big. I had to go up against this guy every day, and I think it kind of makes you a little bit.
Yeah, if you
But-
chill on their ankle long enough, it'll slow them down.
But of course, back in those days, we could go low and hit them low.
Oh,
and-
yes, that boy hasn't that changed.
Yeah, it sure has. Well, Chance, again, thanks for being here. We'll see
Thank
you
you.
Friday night.
Yes, sir.
All right, good stuff, Coach. Our
bet.
Triple T Player of the Week right there. All right, anything else you want to add?
Yeah, let's thank those that make this show possible. Auto Glass Magic, Avalon Custom Homes, Bruner Auto Group, Syntex Body and Paint, Syntex Equipment Sales, Citizens National Bank, Dan Hill Containers, Dr. Bon Young, Dr. Pepper Bottling Company, Everett Jones Investment, Henrik Medical, Howry Enterprises, Humphrey Peets, Landmark Life, EMC Bank, Painter and Johnson Associates, Smith and Sharp Agencies, Sonic Drive-In, Stanley Chrysler, Texas Bank, The Real Talk with Chad Valdez podcast, Weldon Wilson Electric, Western Bank, and Willie's Tea.
By the way, I think Dallas is going to be on with Chad next
Oh,
week.
It's going to be awesome. I want to hear that.
It will be. Thank you, Chad, for setting that up with Dallas. Coach, thank you as always. We'll see you Friday night.
You bet. Have a great day, Brownwood.
And Chance Jones, our Brownwood Lions Coaches Show, every Monday and Wednesday at this time here on KOXE 101.3, and of course, video streamed at KOXE.com, thanks to Star's great work behind the scenes.